still, you have been coming here to support Viresh Borkar.
Yes.
So, how do you see the entire episode?
Episode. I think so. We are all here because of Viresh. Firstly, is how he was treated at the TCP office. I think so. Being an elected representative, constitutional right is he should be protected. He has the right to voice for his people. And if an elected representative doesn't stand by his people and if he's treated like this, I don't know where Goa will be in the near future. Ever since BJP has come into power, they have not been treating anyone right. And now we can see even their own colleagues, that is MLA Viresh Borkar, who's one of the colleagues in the assembly, is not been treated right. I mean, who are giving these orders? I'm sure police are not acting directly. They are acting with someone superior who's giving the orders. And seeing what the situation was the other day was terrible. That is one reason why we are here. Secondly, Viresh has made a demand that 39A should be scrapped. That is conversions of left, where his constituency, San Andre, is being affected very badly. Not only his, all over Goa situation is the same because lakhs and lakhs of square meters of land is being put for conversion. I mean, Goa is just a dot on the map. आणि पळयल्यार की हे आमचे धाकले गोंय पिड्यार जाल्यार I don't know what will remain for the future generation. I'm a mother myself. I'm trying to protect and fight for what is left for Goa. I don't want to change my passport and go abroad because I love my Goa. And that's why being a mother, I come here, I stand by, and being even in opposition, I'm here with Viresh because I believe how he was treated was not right and none of the citizens should be treated like that. You all have all seen last year how Jennifer Monserrat also pushed me. No action is taken out on her. On top of that, she's put a case on us. We are waiting for the summons now. I think so 9th we have a court hearing. This is the 5th criminal case that has been put on me because we are fighting for what is right. This is what's going to happen. The day you voice up, the day you are going to be targeted. And I think so, stand by and fight for what is right. And this is why today we are here standing by. And you can see people from all over Goa are coming to pay respect to Viresh Borkar because as an MLA, I think so, he's the first MLA to be doing a hunger strike. We've seen activists, we've seen people do hunger strike, social workers doing hunger strike, but never an MLA. And this is something in the history of Goa it has not happened. I don't know outside Goa what has happened, but I know that in Goa it's never happened. And Viresh being a young MLA, and respect to him, kudos to him, and that's why today I am here supporting. Even that day we started at 4 o'clock and we finished at 4 in the night. By the time we finished, served everyone, helped ladies to get restrooms when we were at Donna Paula. So we are there. Viresh, all that I can say to you is we are there and we are praying for you for your good health. That's all we can do, and keep up the good fight. And to all the viewers who are watching, because I know what it is to fight for what is right, and only people who do not have the fear can come outside and fight. Rest all of you all, I know because of government jobs, because of whatever reason, your hands are tied, you all can't come out. At least when we block a road or we do not criticize us. It happened when somebody was passing by, कित्याक तुम्ही रस्ते बंद करता, तुम्ही झगडपाक जाय जाल्यार go to Azad Maidan and fight. I mean, that is not right. Support, because what we are doing is not for our personal gain, it's not our land, it's Goa's land that is getting spoiled and getting converted, and that will be finished. So we are there, we are supporting, and kudos to all the senior citizens who have been here day in and day out. I mean, I finished my work and I decided to come and give my time today. We should stand by and fight till the very end. And thank you to the media. You all also have been covering the news, day in and day out. You all have been on your feet. So thank you for helping Viresh so his voice can be heard all over, not only Goa but across the nation and international.
Cecil, you said 5 cases on you, criminal? 5. I think 6th one is coming the way.
My God, I don't know.
Because why I am telling you, the MLA of Panjim, who is also the revenue minister, he has given a statement that whoever protested outside the residence of the TCP minister, everybody should be booked. So
please keep booking us as if you have stoned the Panjim police station. Don't forget, Mr. Monserrat, you have stoned the Panjim police station and your case is still going on in court. So don't tell us that we are at the wrong. You also have done things in the past. You also have you have destroyed Talegaon, what it is, and you are destroying all over Goa being the revenue minister. This is something I'll blatantly say out in the media because I don't know how much greed that you all have, that you all are not bothered about the future generations of Goa. You all are taken care about your family and your family generations to what about our citizens, what about the ST community, OBC community, what about the middle class family? Are you taking care of them? You know, you're sorry to say, but we have uneducated people who are only business minded, don't have the heart for Goa, who are running the state. And BJP wants all this kind of ministers and all so that they can get richer and richer. And citizens like here who are struggling day in and day out, they don't care two hoots for any one of us. So, I mean, God is watching. Definitely, everyone has been cursing these ministers who are not listening to the people. I don't know how you all can even go home and sleep in the night. So this is something that you all have to look into. So, Mr. Monserrat, if you are putting another case, bring in. We are there. We're standing for what is right and we'll fight the case.
So being a woman, you see a lot of women are participating in the agitation, and actually they are the ones who are influencing
Of
the
course.
agitation. So how do you see that?
It's amazing, right from the Chimbel protest and right from, this protest, we can see lots of women coming down on ground level. This is the need. If women are leaving their home and ready, when women takes a stand, she is not turning back till she gets an answer. So this is something that I am so happy to see lots of women coming down on ground level. All over Goa, it's the women who stand in front and are fighting. So kudos to all the women power who come outside and fight. And please, to all the family members of the women, please support your mothers, please support your wives, please support your children, even the young children, get them over here, show how people are going on hunger strike to protect for their future. So respect to everyone who's coming down, and we are there to fight till the very end.
So you thank the media covering this event, but I don't think it went down well with the TCP minister. When the reporters asked
I saw
him,
that,
he told them to go to sleep. So how do you see that?
I think so. Reporters' duty is to report. Reporters' duty is to ask the right questions. And when ministers are roaming late in the night from CM's house elsewhere, that is not their job. They are going there to discuss what is the further plan of action. And the duty of the reporters is to bring it to light. And I'm so happy that the reporters are asking the right questions to these ministers. Because the minister doesn't have an answer, he says, you should be coming here, Vishwajit Rane, and you should be coming here and talking to Vesh Borkar and scrapping 39A and helping him break his hunger strike. This is, if you do that, I think so little bit of respect will be there. What you did to that, to the doctor at GMC also, your name got spoiled over there. National level and international level, your name got spoiled. How you treated a doctor. You don't know how to treat a doctor who's extra qualified than you. You do not know how to treat a citizen. You don't know how to treat your own colleague who's also an MLA along with you in one of your like how you are in a constituency. So shame on you. You don't know. You're just trying to be God. You're not God. You're there today. You'll die tomorrow. And you've got curses on you. You'll really suffer and die.
So this minister is failing in his duty, and when the reporters are doing that duty, he's questioning them.
Because he doesn't have an answer. If he was genuinely right, he would have given you all an answer that day. He doesn't have an answer, and he thinks making a statement like that, he's going to demean you all. Actually, he made a joke of himself of giving an answer like that. Because sad to say, I mean, these are the people ruling. I don't know, BJP, what kind of people you all have in your party who can't answer to the media. One is the PM who doesn't even give press conferences and he's not ready to utter a single word. And now you have somebody like Vishwajit Rane also who doesn't like to talk to the media and give stupid answers like, Ari vacha trikara dida tumi ata kite karta. It's very, very sad.
So in the past, we have been saying that the tribals were always taken for granted by the political parties.
Sorry?
But the tribals,
yes.
they were taken for granted. Now we have seen the tribals are coming out and they are showing the dissent against the government. Like in Chimbel also we saw
Very
that.
true.
In Karambolim, now Shridhamapalin. So how do you see that?
I think so tribals have always been part of even the freedom fight when they've come out on ground level and they've fought. I think so everyone has a patience level, a patience level which is tested. And when you are going to stamp on their food, when you are going to cut off their food which generates food for them, which generates money for them, because that is their daily bread and butter, as you would say it in English. You take away, you touch them, and that's when they will come down on ground level. You don't touch their land because that is something that they pray they respect, and that is something they want to keep it for their future generations. And the day that you do that, that's why you see not only in San Andre but all over, whether Santa Cruz constituency, whether it's San Andre, whether it's Fairname, whether it's name, the women are coming down on ground level and fighting. They are the front force. And kudos and respect to everyone who leave their family, and respect to their family members who are standing by them and not stopping them, because women are the force that can bring about a change.
One final question. We are focusing, this is the election year. We are focusing on the next election. It could be in 2026, but it most
Yeah, that's what
probably
they're
will,
saying. Might be December
but most probably it will happen in
February.
2027.
Yes.
So will Goans see a change after all these protests we are seeing everywhere, all over Goa? So will Goans see a change?
I think
Fine.
so. With the momentum that's going on, we can see all oppositions have come together. And when opposition comes together, we are still a powerful force compared to the ruling force right now. This is something that we have to look into. A lot of our monkeys who have jumped into BJP, who kept jumping. Those voters, I hope they realize this and see what destruction has been done in the last 5 years. If you think that 2,500 rupees that you get, during election time, or the 10,000 rupees, if you calculate it in 5 years, it's not even 5 rupees per day that you're getting. So that's your worth. When you take that money and vote for them, that's your worth. You're sold for 5 rupees per day. Even the laborers are paid more. So that's the worth that you are selling your soul to the devil. And please realize this, because land is, today we are here, we are gone tomorrow. We are here for a very short while. Let us do good. Let us protect what is left. गोयकर पुढे सरपाक जाय, आपलो गोंय सांबाळपाक. So requesting all of you all to think before you vote, and vote for governance that's going to protect. And as much as BJP has promised अच्छे दिन, we have only seen bure din, and we can see people over here sleeping, staying overnight. I don't know what else to say. You all have failed. You all have failed being ruling. You all have only made money for yourself, but you all have destroyed Goa and destroyed the lives of people.
So we are hoping for better days now.
We always have to hope, right? That's why we are here fighting. We are hoping that we have a better outcome of it, and people will stand by. I mean, I have hope. That's why every day I am out saying that I want to make a little bit of change, because I believe change can happen, and patience of people will be tested. And I think so 2027 is the year that a united people come together, keeping their differences aside, thinking of Goa first and not their personal.
United opposition, you mean?
Yeah, all the oppositions coming together. As I said, we are a powerful force compared to the BJP ruling if we all come together. And I'm sure if that happens, great. And people who voted for the jumping jacks, please think wisely this time. Please, for the love of Goa at least.
Thank you, Cecil.
Thank you so much.